I wonder if I've gone live yet. If I have, hi. I know most of you will be watching a playback of this, and usually, I record, not record, I go live, but in the private mode and then I upload it. So, so today I just wanted to go live because it's been a while and I wanted to say hey, 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 welcome to the Red Chord, everyone. How are you all doing? Since this new moon on the 8/9th, energies have been pretty intense, have been feeling what the collective is going through, especially the masculines are feeling very confused, going through tower moments, financial crunches, I'm sorry, um, and a lot of things that have been happening. There's an extreme amount of sadness which is being purged, and as you have seen in the public with the Me Too movement catching up again, the sacral chakra which I've been talking about, old sexual traumas, injustices, and shame and guilt. And I would just like to briefly over here speak to those of you who are twin flames light workers, and I'm not saying that you are one of those who is saying this, but in case someone around you does, very kindly, try and explain to them, because I have seen there are a lot of women also who don't seem to get that this Me Too movement, yes, they might always be the chaff with the wheat that also come along, those who are lying or doing it for attention seeking. But what is not being really understood is that it takes a lot of courage, and especially in a country like ours, to speak up. And people are like, why did they put up with it, and why didn't they just give them a slap, and why didn't they then speak up at that time? Because I'll tell you something, a lot of times when sexual harassment does happen, and especially in the television or film industry, at at times you're not even sure that it is happening, because you don't want to be perceived as a prude, as someone who's oversensitive. Because a lot of people, for example, if you're sitting next to each other and they have a habit of touching you, and while narrating, they touch you, just, and it is more like trying to get your attention. It is not sexually intended at all. So there are all kind of things that happen, or when you are hugged, and it is something that is very, very common and natural. So it becomes a little difficult to know where someone is trying to be funny, or be in a light-hearted mode, which can be perceived as flirtation, where, how should I say this, a poor, sexual harassment is about power. It's never about sex. The same issue with rape. It is not about the act of uh, the intimacy or the sexual, you know what I'm trying to say. It is more about someone else holding the power, and you feeling or perceiving the threat that if I do not succumb to this pressure, um, my work will suffer, or something I've been working at for 8 years, 10 years, and that one break that has finally come my way, and there's so many dues, there's so many things, and it would be taken away just because I'm not willing to uh, go to a party, or sit in a certain whatever. So instead of understanding that, talking about it, coming out of it, is also a part of get healing. When you go to a therapist, why is it so important for you to tell your story? um, you can just tell it in 5 lines. Why is it so hard? It's because talking about it, getting a catharsis, is one of the crucial steps. And then taking back your power by doing something about it is empowering, whether you have enough evidence to win a court case or not. And when people say, why didn't so and so slap so and so, or do whatever, how does falling down to someone else's level of being aggressive make you a better person? And there are not always situations where men do listen or women listen to no's. If you are saying I'm not interested, there are a lot of times there are men or women who will respect it, and then there are those who will just not. So it's important for us to have compassion and not get drawn into debates, arguments, discussions, or even take sides about I think so and so is right or wrong, because it is their own personal individual journey. It is them trying to find their voice, express something they have perceived as injustice, and a lot of them are coming out together is because they take solace in and comfort in numbers, which is what twin flames are being taught not to do. They don't look towards others. Not that's where we are being empowered before the collective can be. And if you join the bandwagon of condemning and everything, be it someone is lying, you should be wondering, why does this person need to say such a thing to even garner sympathy? How much of a void is this person living in? How much emotional neglect has this person gone through? Should be your thought, not, oh my god, I'm sure she's lying. Who would want to do that to her? There are a lot of people who say, who would want to molest such an and they use not my words, their words, fat woman or whatever woman. And they don't seem to get it, that it's not about a body type, it's not about the sexual appeal, and by the way, everyone has their own type. um, it is about you know exercising your power. There are a lot of people who just get a kick out of the fact that somebody is feeling pressurized and cannot say no, and that is also vis-a-vis our twin flame journey in codependency. When someone knows they can get away with treating you in xyz things, not giving you enough time, not giving you the not replying to your SMS, for example, replying to it after two days, or giving one word reply to your long text or whatever, treating you like a thing of convenience, taking you for granted, is an extension of this very behavior, that they know they have the power, and you have to take your power back and not put up with it. That is getting out of codependency, where you are not dependent on them for your happiness, for your well-being, for your feeling loved, for you feeling cared for. That is for them, what they are doing, not doing. There are people who are still stuck, and it is baffling to me that why is it so hard just because a situation is slightly different. But when the explanation has been given, listen, your journey is about you as a twin flame, not about your mirror reflection. If you see that your twin flame is lying and cheating, where have you done that? To who have you done that? Where do you need to heal that aspect, or have you allowed it and you need to heal that aspect? Look at it from 360-degree vis-a-vis you. You know, the thing is to stop doing this, be it to get something or to put the blame, put the responsibility on someone else, waiting for them to come. But my twin flame is not doing this, not doing that. They don't seem to be getting that this journey till the very end is only and only about you. Okay, which is very difficult, which is very isolating at times, very confusing at times. You are feeling what is the point of this, what is the point of that? The point is to become your best versions. The point is to realize you are a divine being, you are a goddess, you are someone who, people say, oh, but we are just human, as if it's a bad thing to be a human. We have a soul, we have a brain, we have a heart, all of it together. We are supposed to use all of it to become better and better, and not use that we are just human, we have frailties. Oh, but we all have our shadow aspects. That's not an excuse. You are made aware of your shadow aspects, so you can work on it, as well as show compassion and empathy for others who might be dealing with their own issues, right? I don't know from where that started off. That was not at all my intention to start this after such a long time. There have been a lot of downloads that I've been getting in the last since the new moon, and I am curious about how much I'm allowed to share about that, but apparently today is not the day for that. But I will like to tell you all, what did happen was, because of all the readings I had done back to back, my this thumb, like you get carpal tunnel, I got something happening on this thumb of mine, so it became like nearly inflexible, it hurts. So that is why today I'm shuffling also very slowly, because I took a kind of break from all reading and shuffling for nearly a week. So I do apologize for not coming on before to just bring you all some energy updates and stuff. But we are here, and today I'm doing for two sets of people. For those who have not yet met their twin, what do they need to clear out, surrender, what chakras of theirs are being worked on currently, and for those who are either considering walking away from their divine masculine, feminine, from their divine partner, or they already have taken that decision and started moving away, either physically or at least emotionally, mentally. And I'm also going to be pulling out some tarot cards, and then we'll of course ask for some questions from the angels. And I'm sorry again if any of you are commenting. I can't see because my eye is focused in this direction, the camera is in this direction. So welcome all of you who are here. Let's get started before I go off into another lecture. I don't know where that came from. So what are we surrendering? For those who have not yet met their twin flame, who are working on it, who are clearing out their insides, right? The first card is surrender to effortlessness. Yes, this is something which I have spoken again and again, and I'll keep doing so. Is if we have been told for achieving anything, you have to really put in your effort. But in love, for your true love, for your divine love, if you have to win their love, if you have to work for their love, if you have to prove that you're worthy of their love, that is not your true twin flame, that is not your true love, because the love will be there effortlessly. The situations, the blockages will be your shadow aspects, your fears, your voids, your addictions, which will be highlighted and thrown in your face. But the love will happen immediately, effortlessly, joyfully. You will not have to try and impress the person or do something to make them fall in love with you. Okay, that is one thing. And if you're going to push, if I start dating, if I go on Tinder, if I do this, if I go, and no, you're raising your odds of kissing more frogs. Trust you me, with divine partnership, the entire universe conspires to bring you together at least the first time till you recognize each other. The universe just gets you together again and again. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So, be it in your life, be it in your career right now, try to do your best and go with where life is taking you. If you're going to keep going in the opposite direction, you're going to exhaust yourself, and this is not a small stream, it is the universal stream, it is the ascension stream, and it is way more powerful. It is regardless going to take you in the direction it wants to take you, right? So surrender to effortlessness is your first message. Surrender your need to be always right. Okay, so some of you need to hear this, that you may be stuck, that only your perception is correct, but it is not true. We can have multiple different pathways, and yet all of us could be heading in the same direction, all of us could be right. Okay, so give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationship, and the better relationships you have with those around you, those that cannot be redeemed, you have to let them go without guilt, without explanation, without anything. Just start moving away, start saying no to getting together with them. But those you're around and those you love, you know, if you go with the attitude of resolution, of peace, of being open to their perception without having feeling forced to change your own perception, your relationships will improve, and the sooner you can call in your divine partner. And seeing the color of these two cards, it is telling me that your solar plexus needs a lot of healing. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you're energized and happy, move forward. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you guys the cards. And do forgive me if my nail polish is chipped. I have been cooking a lot this week. So, when you meet new people or even the older people in your life and you're wondering why things are not as easy or as effortless as before, you're going to have to trust your body, your chakras. Are you feeling clenched? Do you feel drained? Do you feel tired once you spend time with them? Do you get aches, pains, itches while you're in their presence? You know, listen to that, because it's telling you who you need to spend time with or not spend time with. And also, you will feel, when you meet your divine partner, you will feel your heart chakra just expanding full. It will be filled with a certain joy which you have never experienced before. This is for what those who are thinking about considering moving away, have semi moved away, or have moved away from their divine partners, because that is a very crucial step, to let go of them, to set yourself free, to set them free, to set yourself free, to come into full self mastery before a true union can take place. And so we are going to see what you need to surrender at this time. Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. Absolutely, and I totally get it. Not only will I say I have been there, even now I keep going. you know so is it going to happen really? Is it not going to happen? Why is he not calling if he's missing me so much? Why is she not doing anything? Why is nothing working? Why? You keep going around and round and round in this cycle, and you need to just, when you catch yourself thinking, oh no, damn it, I'm doing that again, you need to make a parcel of it and hand it to God and say, I know you're going to resolve this in the highest and best manner for everyone involved. Okay, keep doing that. Some days you need to do it many more times, some days you don't have to do it at all. But yeah, I totally get this obsessive thinking, because you are wondering, should I, shouldn't I, what if I do, what does it mean? It's so hard, it's terribly hard to move away. Of course it is, but you have to, right? That's one of the most important steps. And not because you're frustrated, not because you're irritated, not because you're getting impatient, not because of any other reason, but of self-worth and self-love, that I am not getting what I deserve, and I wish you all the best, and I love you, and unconditional love and blessings and all of that. But I need to be happy, and I'm going to figure out how to be happy on my own. I need to focus on my pentacles, my work, my employment, my whatever. I need to look after by making sure I'm with good friends or my family and heal those relationships. I need time for my meditation, for my physical exercise, for all of that. And so, something that is draining me, where I am not getting anything, where I'm investing much more emotionally, mentally, time, effort, if I'm not getting enough, if I'm not on your focus list, like what your focus is, if I'm not on the top of that list, uh, I need to move away, right? It's not to punish them, it's not to make sure they come chasing after you and stuff. No, it will always backfire with your twin. All right, surrender what surrender to what is your current reality. Look at it, don't be in, but in the future it may work out, but if I give him time he'll come around, if I have this conversation one more time so and so will understand. What is the current situation as of now? Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace, and you'll be able to take a decision which is for your highest and best. Right? I just spoke about that in the upper card as well. Oh, and surrender to miracles. And oh, I have to show you the image before I start talking. It's two dolphins, and look at the full moon behind. There's a full moon coming, which I think is going to be magical for a lot of twins, because look at the color as well. It's like the third eye and the crown chakra mixed colors. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubts that miracles can happen. It's perfect card for us, to come out. It absolutely is, I think. Okay, so those who have yet to meet their beloved, what chakras are right now being worked on for them, and they can work and support the universe by working on it consciously as well. Divine consciousness, wonderful. Your perhaps your the chakra above your crown chakra is being open, or your crown chakra might be opening, your third eye might be opening as well. If you're finding it itchy, or if you're sneezing, or your sinus is acting up, because you will start understanding how we are all interconnected. You will be going through a certain sense of oneness within yourself, with others around you. Feel a certain kind of love and understanding, be able to see things from an overview, and a certain sense of expansion. Your light body is getting activated. This is beautiful. Okay, yeah, I told you solar plexus had to come up. You have to work on your self esteem. You're going to be assisted. When you're being assisted by the universe, it brings you the opposite kind of situations and people, so that you step into your own power, your self worth, okay, your self confidence. So they will bring you challenging people, and especially Venus is in retrograde, right? And so you might find yourself challenged. You might be allowing others to diminish your self esteem. Why didn't they choose me? Or why, all of those. But the universe is working with you to increase your self confidence, your self love, your self worth, and not the negative pride, not the ego based pride, but pride in yourself, that yes, God has made me perfect, and I am a one, unique specimen of God's creation. I'm wonderful. I will work on myself because I love myself, not because others expect me to. I have everything I need within me. All the tools I need are within me, or are coming to me via different sources. Whatever messages I need, God is making sure I get it. And your throat chakra, your will, expression, assertiveness, self control, direction. This is something that is very, very important. That think before you speak, for example, but be authentic, be genuine, express your truth assertively but kindly. Show self control. Every situation does not need you to speak and give your opinion. Is it worth speaking about? Is it worth your effort? There was a few, I think a couple of months ago or something, someone called me up and they were like, no, I just want to have a conversation. And I'm like, whatever for? I mean, to be very honest, why would I speak to a complete stranger and hold just a conversation? Either there has to be a give and take. Somebody has to have something to either give me in the form of knowledge, insight, something, and or be willing to take from me and come to me with an empty cup. If your cup is full and you come to me and you just want to have a conversation, find your own friends. I don't have time. I have people around me who I wish to have those conversations with. And that's what you have to think. Do I really want to have this conversation? Do I really want to get into this discussion? Like when people bring up certain things, I'm like, listen, I've already told you, I'm not interested in holding this kind of a conversation and debate. I don't have the power to change a certain policy in this country, so I don't see the point in wasting my breath talking 19 to a dozen about it. How is that helping anybody? Right? So, um, yeah, these two are threes, right? Number three. So, those who are moving away or have already moved away from their beloveds, what are the chakras that are being worked on for them? So, your sacral chakra, I've just spoken about it at the beginning of this. This is very crucial. A lot of us need to take, be it Reiki, be it quantum healing, be it whatever, for if you have ever in this lifetime, no matter what age, or if you have recollections of from a past life, if you carry unknown, there's no reason for you to carry fears, phobias, or obsessive thinking, or fears regarding sexual molestation, abuse, things like that, rape. That means, that indicates, if you get enraged whenever you read a news article or something. I'm not talking about a moral indignation which all of us do feel when we hear horrible stories or read those horrible incidents in the newspapers, which is why I don't get newspapers at all. Your sacral chakra needs healing, okay? Because a healthy sacral chakra, your energy from there is what enables you to manifest, to create. It's your creative energy, okay? It is something that helps you bring beauty. It also brings you in an intimacy with your beloved, with a sense of openness, trust, and honor. And it helps you both bring in the divinity, the third energy into this world. And if you have trust issues, if you have insecurities, if you are carrying trauma, shame, guilt over their pain, you are not going to be able to use it. There are people who use sex to manipulate, by withholding sex, by offering sex, and all of that are dysfunctional, right? So that's where your healing is currently occurring. And so you can work on it with consciousness, with awareness, do your affirmations, or take healing, because it's very required at this time. The second one, rather it should be the first one, is your root chakra. But they always go hand in hand, because if you are feeling insecure, if you're not feeling comfortable in your home, with your finances, will I be provided for, if you're carrying those kind of fears, it does block, or vice versa. And it makes you very possessive, jealous, insecure kind of a person. Okay, so instead of pointing again at the other person, if you're going through those emotions, you need to heal these two chakras of yours. And of course, the desire for belonging, for community, my culture, my tribe, anything that prevents you from looking at everyone from the same eye. Oh, they're Bangladeshi, oh, that's Pakistani, oh, they're Chinese, oh, they're Americans, oh, they're Middle Eastern. If you're doing that, you're not yet operating from the highest consciousness. You're not in divine consciousness, which will always encourage you to let go of anything that separates. My community in the whole world, the whole globe, the whole universe is your community, is your tribe, is your culture, is your family, is everyone who is in this tiny little viewership subscription of my channel, is our tribe, is our family. We are all interconnected. Our energies do affect each other. We are here to support each other. We are. That is one of my biggest intentions, to give you all a safe platform where you can discuss, where you can motivate each other, where you can support each other. No one needs to feel isolated when we are all here. We are everyone's family. Family does not just mean blood. That is so 3D. That is totally 3D. And all those fears and blockages, I will be judged, I will not belong, I will be an outcast. In previous lifetimes, we had to rely on our tribe, our family, our community to survive. We couldn't face the harsh winters, we could not grow and hunt and everything alone. And especially as women, when you're pregnant, you needed someone to cater to you, look after you, protect you. And that's where all those fears have come from. Now the time has come for you to release. And oh yeah, this is extremely important. This is completely um, in synchronicity with something I meant to talk to you guys about, is dreams. At this time, those of you who are moving away, have moved away, but who are a essential part of a twin flame journey, a divine partnership journey, your dreams are going to be very vivid, and you're going to be getting messages either from your divine partner, from God, from your spirit guides, whoever, and messages what you need to do, sometimes where you need to go, sometimes that you need to connect, geometric shapes, symbols, numbers, animals, all those kind of guidances will be coming to you. Sacred geometry, you will be seeing a lot of vivid dreams from now till end of November. So if you can please keep a dream journal, and make note of certain dates and certain things, messages, symbolism, which you can always Google, um, and see how it is unfolding for you, because your upper chakras, and not just till your crown chakra, way above that, they're all opening up, and massively. So if you're feeling pain and pressure behind your neck, in your shoulders, your upper part of your back, know that there's a blockage in the upper chakras, and just talk to your higher self, and say that I'm open to receiving and integrating all these new energies, and open my third eye, to receive all these messages. I'm open to that very very much, and then do as you're guided to do, right? Because this is a very significant time, even if you're not seeing things in your physical world, and you're like, what magical, what this, uh, trust you me, it is amazing. I will be sharing something I've been working on the last few days, and it's beautiful. It's amazing the way things, the universe just starts supporting you, right? It's just amazing. uh, all right, I wanted to pull out some cards, but I'm not going to use this deck, though, although I was shuffling it. I'm going to, yeah. So, um, okay, while I'm shuffling this deck, I will kind of, uh, there is a very significant reason why you're not seeing a certain kind of movement in the divine masculine, which has nothing to do with the gender. And please trust you me, it is not just that your divine masculine is acting in a certain way, it is happening globally. And yes, the unions are happening slow and steady in very small waves currently, and I have been shown very vividly, in very in depth detail, why that is so. But it is something I don't feel comfortable expressing for various reasons openly. So, I'm still wondering how to get the message across. But all I can say is there is a huge purpose why a certain slow progression on, or almost invisible to us in the physical realm kind of progression is taking place with the divine masculines. And in one word, it is to protect you. It is to protect you from certain things. All right, so don't doubt, keep working, just keep clearing out any resentments you're carrying for the way things played out. Though things happen to bring awareness to you that you are carrying insecurities, that this is where you need to heal yourself. This is where you might not be carrying something personally, but it might be coming from your lineage, from your ancestors, from your parents. It could just be that you're carrying the template inside of you and you're like, Nikita, I have really worked and cleared out these energies, then why is this happening? It's because you still carry the template inside of you. So I'm going to be pulling out 5 cards and to see where the energies are right now. 5 or 6 cards, let's see how it goes. It never does end as wow. Oh, wow. So this is exciting. Okay, the question, just before I pulled out this last card, is, so where is it all leading to? Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. Okay, the divine masculine coming into his own power, maybe still acting a little bit stubborn, maybe still wanting things in his own way. And I will not say divine masculine or feminine. Take it as it resonates with you. It could be just exactly about you. It could be about your beloved, but we are always mirroring each other whether we are aware or not. So it doesn't matter really. And right under the Emperor is the Ace of Cup. Yay! New love beginning. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. The first card that came out is the Fool's card. Taking the leap of faith. Yes, he has taken the leap of faith. He has. And though he's dangling from one hand, you know where his focus is? On that love, the flower in his hand. He doesn't really give a dang about anything else. He knows he's taken care of. He's not going to fall. You know why? Because the ground which was looking so far is right here. So, somebody is taking the leap of faith. You who's moving away, and hence enabling your beloved to also follow suit and take the leap of faith which they have not been able to take. This leap of faith is coming after a tower moment. The tower moment could be with you, it could be with their karmics, it could be in their profession, your profession. Something that happened, something that shifted suddenly, abruptly, destroying either belief systems, some dream that you have held on for very long, a particular way you wanted something to work out, walking away from your beloved, something that has happened. But what? The destruction of something which was unstable, where the foundation was not right. What is it leading to? Once the leap of faith happens after the tower, here comes passionately riding on his horse, something new, a new beginning. It may not be the the king right now, but it's going to come in quick. It's going to be passionate. And what is this coming through? Is something that is wish fulfillment. It's a dream coming true. And usually in other decks, this is the after tarot. This man sitting alone with his 9 cups and looking very smug indeed. But here now he has someone to share his stuff with. So your wish fulfillment is about someone else as well, and you're going to be together. You're going to share the bounties, the happiness, something that you have been manifesting. And whether you're aware of it or not, so is your divine partner also manifesting in their own way. That's definitely happening. And what is it leading to? The 4 of Wands. They're coming together. This is a twin flame card. The union, be it in marriage, be it in a live-in, be it in some form of understanding with both of you on the same page. That's beautiful. That's what we are headed towards. I don't even feel the need to clarify these cards. They were so self-explanatory today. All right. So, there are a lot of questions that might still be in your mind. So, if you're watching live, you can just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask your question. And it's up to you. You can see all the 3 cards. You can pick number 1, 2, 3 as you wish. For those of you watching my video later, you can pause it at this time, focus on what you would like, pick the card, and then you can press play, because I'll just be pulling out 3. What is the highest and best answers for my viewers, for their questions? Dearest angels, 3 cards please. Number 1. Okay. Number 1, number 2, number 3. All right, number 1. If you've picked number 1, your answer is a clear-cut no. No is not necessarily a negative answer. It may not be what you wish to hear, but if God's answer to any prayer of yours is no, it's a blessing in disguise, it's a protection from something. I've always believed that, and my life is a testimony of that. Number 2, it's up to you. God is asking you, what do you want? What do you want to do about this situation? Why are you looking to another for your answer? It's up to you what you want to do about the situation. And for someone who has picked number 3, abundance. If you've been manifesting abundance, be it in wealth, in love, you're being angelically supported, your prayers have been answered and it's coming to you. So open your arms and heart wide open to receive. Be open to receive all the blessings, because it's right here for you. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this brief video of mine. I feel like leaving you all with at least one love message, isn't it? One love message always. Wherever your divine masculine is, in 3D, 4D, 5D, let's see what they have to say. I will take the bottom one for this group and this one for this, or you can take whatever. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. And you know what? In this group, the miracles already came, and here that it's manifesting. And here comes, look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Obsessive thinking, what? Yeah, you need to examine yourself. Look inside of you. Heal that aspect of yours. So, my lovelies, my darlings, I have a lot of messages for you. I do, and I'm going to come on again, but my thumb is still not feeling that great. But also, um, I have what I have done is I'm opening a second channel so that something, a lot of the subjects or topics that I cover are going to be useful for those who are on the ascension path as well. So I will be now putting together those videos or those messages as well, and do the collective readings. The twin flame readings and everything will be here in this group, but the other kind of collective readings, the guidance kind of readings or stuff, I will be doing in that group. Also at this time, my inner work workshop, I'm going to use this time to finish doing that, as well as a secret project which I'm dying to share with all of you. I'm going to be doing finishing that. I have 3/4 of it is, I think, done. And so I need all your blessings and prayers, and do send me your love as always. And I'm leaving you all with so much love and light. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I await and look forward to all your comments. So thank you so much for watching. This is Nikita.